today, strap down, everybody. You're going to love this. A little bit of real Western culture innovation, where it all started. In Greece, we got Lambrini Nasi, and she is calling us all the way from Greece. Wonderful lady, public relations officer of Businesswoman magazine. Yeah, so go to it, businesswoman.gr. Lambrini has such a bright history. She was born and raised in New York and then moved to Greece about 8 years ago, and she's been working as an attorney in New York, and also now she's an attorney in Greece. So she is a very learned lady. She knows the law, and she also understands about public relations. She understands about business, and the Businesswoman magazine is a great expression of that. Boy, I mean, it's doing wonders here. We know about Greek culture. Okay, it's revolutionized the Western culture. Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, everybody and his brother knows about Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, and so do I. You know, I come from that philosophy background, PhD in philosophy. Love Greek culture and Greek philosophy. It's revolutionized and innovated Western society. Well, I'll tell you something here. Lambrini is doing the same thing, too, with the establishment of Businesswoman magazine. It's in the final Greek tradition. Businesswoman magazine is the first, get this, the first electronic Greek magazine for women's business ventures out there. So you got to run to it. Check it out here, businesswoman.gr. And as I said, you know, it's the first. It's reliable information that you get. It's cutting-edge stuff, all areas of business for today's professional and executive women. So you have to love this. It's the brainchild of a group of dynamic businesswomen whose intention is to bring today's modern woman in touch with technology, and you know, technology that is constantly evolving. So it's right in there with whatever is current for today's modern businesswoman. Lambrini doesn't stop there. She's also enjoyed, doing a lot of volunteer work in her life. So eventually became chair of a nonprofit organization called Tower. That's TOWER, and Tower focuses on career development for professional women who have arrived in Greece from abroad. Hey, that's a natural right there. So it really is lending itself to elevating women and also helping women in the career development area. If you want to learn more about Tower, you can go to www.towerforwomen.gr, and 4 is the number 4. So, you know, we're all set there, and you're going to hear it from the woman herself, Lambrini Nasi. It is really a pleasure to have her on the show. She's going to run down everything about the magazine, about career development for women, and maybe a little bit of law, too. She's well qualified. So stick around, people. We're going to have a great show here. Lambrini, it's a pleasure to welcome you to Al Cole, People of Distinction. How are you this morning?
Hi, Al. I'm doing great, and I'd like to say hello to all your fans, the alcoholics.
Yeah, but I love that. And, it's a term that I didn't really have anything to do with establishing. My fans over at CBS just said, boy, we love what you do, Al, and we're alcoholics. And I remember the first time anybody ever said that. I was on the air, and I didn't even understand, really, the pun. I thought that they were saying, Al, I'm an alcoholic. All right. So I was saying, oh, I'm so sorry. Is there something I can do to help? And, the listener said, no, Al, you don't understand. I love what you do, so I'm an alcoholic. And I said, whoa, I love the term. And it has just really established things in a wonderful direction, just as you have with, your magazine and everything else that you're doing. Let's start out by a little bit of acquaintance here with Lambrini, the woman. Give us a little bit of your brief background here. We know that you were raised in New York and you're an attorney. Tell us a little bit about maybe your early upbringing, your early influences that led to being inspired to do all of the great things that you're doing today.
Great. Well, I was born and raised in New York, as you correctly stated, and when I was in college, my first intention was to enter law school because I just loved debating. Currently, at that point, actually, I was a scholar, a public service scholar with the New York City Law Department, Corporation Counsel in New York, and it was my first experience with law, and I loved it, which it inspired me to pursue my law studies at Brooklyn Law School. And from then on in, I focused on immigration law, and once I graduated from law school, I did some international law. And at some point in my life, I figured, I wanted to expand my experience in international law. So given that my parents were Greek, I figured I could practice law in Greece. So that was my intention. I moved here 8 years ago, here meaning Thessaloniki, Greece. Mm-hmm. And when I first got here, I wanted to find out what, if there was a huge American community and if I was able to establish myself here. And I did my research, and I saw that there was a great demand. And given that I was the only attorney in New York to move to Thessaloniki, I thought that would have been a great thing to do. So I did just that. And in addition to all of that, I also teach international law at the American College of Thessaloniki. And since my firm went well initially, I started doing some volunteer work, and that's how I got involved with Tower. And that's when I learned and I met a lot of women from abroad. And I also met the editor of Businesswoman, and that was my first encounter with Ms. Dimitra Tichomidou, who is the editor of Businesswoman. And I give a lot of credit to her, too, because she's been around, she's seen, and she's devoted to helping women establish their businesses in Greece.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's great. What a rundown there. And, before we get into Heavy Duty, the talk about Businesswoman magazine, a lot of my listeners are saying, because, I don't know if I get too many Greek listeners, I get a lot of American listeners, but a lot of my American listeners are saying, wow, Greece, I always wanted to go there. I always heard that, the weather is so beautiful and the water there is clear and it's a hubbub of Western civilization and this and that, and it goes on and on and on. Take this opportunity to fill us in a minute or two about what Greece is like these days.
Okay, well, that's a question that could go on forever. I could answer that. But I'll just be brief. Greece has a lot to offer, and yes, it is well known for the climate and the good life that people live in Greece. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, in the last couple of months or year, perhaps, Greece has been facing a financial crisis. But every citizen has been, struggling. Yeah. Of course, there is a financial crisis around the world. It's not just Greece.
That's
Greece,
right.
Given that, has had, I guess, a big influence because of its shake-up in the EU. However, it's very unfortunate. Just the whole crisis begins with government trying to slash wages, reducing wages, increasing taxes, and that has hit, the economy of Greece a tremendous deal. Mm-hmm. People have been trying to, meet the necessary needs, and it's been difficult. But given that Greeks are fighters, I think we are going to overcome this crisis somehow. Yeah. And we do have the support of some European nations, so I'm assuming at some point everything will fall into place. A lot of people, since we're going to be talking about business, I know that Greece has a lot to offer abroad, so a lot of people are moving in the direction of trying to engage in that kind of business, finding products that would have a demand abroad to increase, tourism in Greece and perhaps bring investors in Greece as well.
Mm. Yeah, and a funny thing, I interviewed a member of the Greek Parliament recently, a lady that you probably know very well, Dionysia, was on my show, and she was talking about Greek politics, and she was talking about a lot of the things that Greece can offer the world right now. So, Greek culture can still be on the cutting edge of Western civilization. And, there's so much that the Greeks have offered and will be offering. And we're going to get into that right now with your Businesswoman magazine on People of Distinction with Al Cole. Special guest here, Lambrini Nasi, Public Relations Officer for Businesswoman magazine. Tell us a little bit about the magazine. Tell us how it started, and tell us what the direction is, some of the goals of the magazine. Fill us in on some of the basics here, and then we'll get into the detail as well.
Okay. Businesswoman magazine was founded in December 2000. And basically the purpose of it's the first electronic Greek magazine, as you initially stated in the beginning of your show today. Basically what Businesswoman aims to do is to provide all types of women in any business field with information, cutting-edge technology, information about programs, seminars, and reports, any topic related to everyday life, book reviews, latest news on technology, new ventures into business. And they do that by having a portal, which you mentioned, www.businesswoman.gr. And we also have the monthly magazine, which is, of course, at the moment it's in Greek, but we are in the process of having it issued in English as well, because we do want to reach out to the United States, because we know that there are a lot of Greek American women, and we are going to be featuring a tribute to Greek American women who are also members of the Euro-American Women's Council, and that will probably be our upcoming edition of Businesswoman, which will come out in about 2 months. So basically, we are also trying to, the goal of Businesswoman right now is to create a network of women. Our members are approximately 100,000 members that we have on the portal.
Wow.
Yeah, we have a lot of people. And our age, just to give you some statistics, we have our age range is about 35 to 45, that's 45%. And ages between 25 to 35 is the second largest group, which is about 35%. And then we have women over the age of 45, which amounts to 20%. So we have pretty much middle-aged women where our magazine is geared towards. And basically, this is what we do. We try to provide this information, and we are in the process of establishing a network services team where we can provide any legal advice, educational advice, business ventures, information as to how a person can begin a business in Greece, providing legal and tax issues, which are the most important when you're starting a business. And that's what we're doing, and that's really what we want to do, because we want to bring people who are interested in investing in Greece. Given the situation in Greece now, we need that.
Yeah, and that is a big part of it too, investing. We invest, obviously, money. We're always talking about investing money, but also investing time and energy and expertise and actual human genius into all of this and managing it in such a bright way that it reaches people not only in Greece but around the world. You're really reaching out to women in general, even though, of course, Greek women are primacy here. But women all around the world can profit from this. Is that right, Lambrini?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Well, just bear in mind that when you have an electric Greek magazine that is online, everyone can have access to it, no matter where you are.
Yeah, this is really great stuff. And you have, such a wonderful online presence there. With the Businesswoman magazine, give us a few maybe success stories here. People are always loving success stories, examples of ways that you have elevated, edified women's lives here with your magazine.
Okay. Well, we have feature articles. Just to mention a few names, we had a couple of journalists, and we have politicians that we interview in the magazine where they express their interest. Their success is not only in Greece but around the world. We had mentioned a couple of prime ministers of different countries, and politicians, and they always provide feedback as to how a woman can become successful in anything that she does. And primarily since we're business-oriented, a lot of women who have not had the ability to be employed somewhere, they are able to establish their business and expand their business because we have women who are not only situated in one country. When you have a business, you can have a business like headquartered in one country, but have branch organizations or branch offices in other countries if you're doing international business. We have a lot of women who are in business consulting, and we know that their businesses have done very well. It's all about networking, basically. Mm-hmm. I mean, you hear one success story, and you try to get other women to get involved, and then they get ideas as to what to do. And innovation is always something that helps. New ideas, areas of business that don't do well. We see how we can bring new ideas to expand that business or create a new one.
Yeah, absolutely. And there are statistics that bear out that when women are on the board of directors of any business, that business tends to do better. Women really are on the cutting edge of technology these days. They understand how the Internet works, and in many ways even better than guys. They understand about getting business out there. They understand about, some of the very basic things in typing things up, typing orders up, and getting, out the word to people who are actually probably mostly business women who are buying products too, women in general. We understand that women, when they get involved in business, can really move that business. They have a certain sort of brain savvy that goes along with that. And they also have feelings that go along with that. It's not only just the dollars and cents, it's also the inspiration that we invest in our business and the love even that we invest in our business that makes it really tick. And we know that women have always been, in any society, really the cutting edge of nurturing feelings and nurturing inspiration and, motherhood and all of the great edifying aspects of humanity come out with women.
Bear in mind that women, ordinary life, every single day, they make decisions in all different fields, whether it be for the family, whether it would be for their business, buying a house, selling a house, what things to purchase from the supermarket, from the very simple things to the very major decisions. Mm-hmm. A woman always has to sit down and knows how to balance things out. So I think they can, obviously women on the board of any company, they're very successful.
Mm-hmm. As I'm going through your website, I'm seeing a lot of products here and a lot of cosmetic products, particularly for women. Cosmetics are another beautiful aspect of our society, particularly when it comes down to women. We want women to feel better about themselves. We want women to feel proactive about their lives, and there's no better way, in many, many cases, for a woman to feel good about herself than the way that she looks, the way that she can walk into a room and kind of grab the spotlight. Tell us a little bit about the products on your businesswoman.gr website.
Well, we have cosmetics, we have jewelry, we have health, nutritional products. We have anything that a woman needs in order to build her confidence, because a woman, when she looks pretty and she's beautiful, that she gains confidence. And that is basically what, that's what all the cosmetics does to a woman. And of course, nutrition and keeping a healthy, balanced diet is really what helps a woman work all these long hours that she works, because she's usually working 24 hours a day. She's either working at the house, she's working at the office.
Absolutely. Women are 24/7, and not congratulate women. And I'll tell you, where would any man be without a woman, especially a mother in his life? If there ain't women in this world, man, you ain't born. So always keep that in mind. Women are the really fecund force of this world. They create things, and we're creating something too with Lambrini Nasi, this great businesswoman out of Greece, and she's more than just a businesswoman too. She's an attorney and hailed from New York, moved to Greece about 8 years ago, and is the public relations officer for Businesswoman magazine. And we're running down a lot of the notables of that magazine. It's an online magazine. You can access it by just going to www.businesswoman.gr. And I'm in it right now. We're talking about many of the lavish products here that you can get to raise your confidence as a woman. Get out there and be successful in what you want to be. It's funny. As I'm scrolling down here, among all of the Greek words that I don't understand, there's one word that is not actually even an American word particularly, that I do understand, and it's the word Sinatra. Sinatra. Now, everybody knows that word, even though it's an Italian word. It fits in the Greek lexicon as well. Everybody knows about Frank Sinatra. And that's the only word that I can understand here. Do you know where that's coming from? A certain product that Sinatra is in. Does this have anything to do with Frank, or how did that get in there?
I'm actually not on the portal right now, so I don't know what you are actually referring to. But if you can give me a second, I can go and see it.
Absolutely. It's so notable. It's on the homepage because that's where I am, and it's about actually it's only about 2 products down here.
Hold on 1 second.
Beneath the one that says Bakia Eco Ethical Store is the first product that I'm seeing, and then right beneath that is something outlined in Greek, and then has the word Sinatra in it, which is great for our American
on the very
listeners.
bottom? Where?
It's actually at the top. Once you access, of course, businesswoman.gr, and you scroll down just a little bit. On the left, you will see, first and foremost, something that says Bakia Eco Ethical Store 100%. And then right beneath that is something outlined in Greek that has the word Sinatra in it. S-I-N-A-T-R-A.
Right beneath that? Oh, okay. Yes, that's what it is referring to that.
Yeah, what is that all about?
Sinatra, yeah. Well, there's some events, some concert that's taking place in a city called Katerini. It's a prefecture outside of Thessaloniki.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a concert that's taking place.
So you're into so many things. While we're in the website right now, let's give our audience a guided tour. Audience who are really interested in Businesswoman magazine, and
at the moment,
point out some of the notables here.
The portal is in Greek, so we are in the process of having it appear in English as well. The very beginning, the very top has all the tags for home page. Second tag has to do with information. Then there are some business, what's going on in the business world in Greece. Then we have health and family, information and articles on health and family. We have a tab that refers you to certain, it's like offers of different stores that you can get discounts from when you go shopping, or if you want to have a spa. There are different organizations or different hotels that we work with that they give discounts to our members. we have a tab for culture and arts, and we also have a lifestyle tab that gives us fashion updates. And we have on our website, you can view Businesswoman magazine in its entirety. Mm-hmm. And there's a Businesswoman magazine tab on the right-hand corner where if you click on that, you will get an English version of some statistics that go along with our magazine.
Isn't that great?
Businesswoman is also available on Facebook, as you can see on the homepage.
Mm-hmm.
And Twitter, and all those available blogs. And
everything that's international these days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Facebook, Twitter.
There are also some ads of our sponsors on the right-hand corner. We have the temperature in Greece and in Thessaloniki, Athens and Thessaloniki, which you can see there. That's readable by anyone, I suppose. 9 degrees Celsius currently in Athens.
Yeah.
And 8 degrees Celsius in Thessaloniki. And that's pretty much it as far as the site is concerned. Of course, we have an email where people can, there's a search engine that you can search our site, and there's an email for those people who wish to contact us with their questions or comments.
Mm-hmm. And also, you had mentioned one point, and I certainly mentioned it in the introduction. The magazine is another way to get modern women in touch with technology. Mm-hmm. In what ways do you help women get in touch with technology specifically?
Okay, well, we have some women who are experts in technology innovation. So for women who are not very up-to-date with the current technology, whether it be blogs, Facebook, Twitter, email, or any other search engines for business, we have women that can assist them in that. Mm-hmm. And that's basically what we mean by that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. This is really an innovation. First electronic Greek magazine for women's business ventures. Go to it. We're in it right now. It's a lovely magazine. www.businesswoman.gr. Great guest here, Lambrini Nasi, Public Relations Officer for Businesswoman magazine.